We have all had someone who has impacted us in some way, whether big or small. In my lifetime, many teachers have either changed my life or made no impact at all. A lot of people have made me the person I am today, but I want to pay tribute to Diana Dent, the director of my middle school play, who has had one of the greatest roles in making me the kid I am today. Mrs. Dent is a strong leader, extremely creative, and loves everyone in the cast like if they were her own child. Mrs. Dent directs her plays with strong leadership skills. She keeps us together. Without her strong personality, the plays at JMS would just be cookie-cutter middle school plays. Mrs. Dent treats them like professional shows, and that's what makes them amazing. Without her and her taking charge, the whole play would just be an average show. To make sure we have an awesome show, Mrs. Dent takes the initiative to read the play over for 4 hours every Sunday and reads it every night before she goes to bed to make sure she knows the play like the back of her hand. Before every show, Mrs. Dent sits us all down and tells us how hard we have worked and how she expects nothing less than amazing. Although it may put pressure on us, it reassures us that someone has noticed all of our hard work and that we are prepared. To direct a play is a hard job, but when you throw 13 teenagers into the mix, it's even harder. Mrs. Dent is the only person, in my opinion, that can deal with all that and still make the show as spectacular as it is. Along with leadership, Mrs. Dent makes the shows come alive with creative ideas. Last year, when the JMS Drama Club performed Once Upon a High School, 2 girls were portraying the evil stepsisters from Cinderella. Instead of just having them in old-fashioned dresses, Mrs. Dent had them wear modern dresses with crazy hats to match the ones from Prince William and Kate's wedding, to make the show more interesting. She isn't afraid to do what she feels would make the show more interesting for the audience. Do you think she would paint someone in the cast silver if she didn't? Her creativity is something I really admire about her. She doesn't go what normal directors do for their show. She does what Mrs. Dent wants to do, and I think that's really inspiring, how what she does what she wants to do instead of what people expect to happen. Although Mrs. Dent is a great leader and is also very loving, she treats every student like they are special and reassures them, no matter how big or small their part are, the show just wouldn't be the same without them. Before the last show of every year, Mrs. Dent will write a little speech about every 8th grader and read it to the cast. She will talk about their personality and how they have changed over the years and what she feels the future has in store for them. By the time the speeches are over, everyone is crying. Every single year, Mrs. Dent tells us, if I'm not yelling at you, then I've lost all faith in you. But if I am, that means I still think you can do better. This shows that Mrs. Dent, no matter how long we've been acting, has confidence in our abilities, because she knows how hard we've worked, and she will not let us go on stage looking like fools. I'm sure everyone has been impacted by someone in their life, maybe a coach or a parent, but I can't think of anyone else I would rather pay tribute to except for Mrs. Dent. She is a strong leader who is creative but also very loving. The impact she has had on everyone she met is shown on the night of the last show of every year when no one wants to leave because they've had so much fun working with her and they don't want the experience to end. Mrs. Dent is an amazing woman, and she has made my middle school experience fun. I will miss her when I go off in the world, but I will always remember and cherish the memories I have made with her.